Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Oregon State Beavers taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Beavers will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What about special teams being special on the opening kick? You work in meetings all week, and we might have a chance to bust one. First kick, takes it, busts it through, uses the speed, takes it all the way back to the house. What a start.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will have the first possession of the game. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He finds his man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone there.
He's got it at the 30. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Beavers with the 1st and 10. Give to the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They'll run it from the gun. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
And the Beavers pick up the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Now from inside the red zone. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart, understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down, new set of downs.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking for a man, it's Terrell. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Clemson Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And this one ought to be a ton of fun. A couple of guys who operate at an ultra-elite level.
Man, and you just know you're going to get points today. Both offenses have great signal callers, great quarterbacks, so you know every possession, Jesse, really matters.
Yeah, this is a quarterback duel. Make no mistake about it. And honestly, this game could come down to which guy has the ball last.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, he's making it look easy out there, snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. He'll throw on 3rd down. Got him downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Clemson is quick to the line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends get so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Back to the air one more time. Got it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
This offense has a second down play. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Terrell. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Well, I love the body control there by the running back. He had to catch that right on the sideline, make sure he had his feet in bounds, try to pick up some positive yards.
Looking to throw on second down. He'll pull it down. Oh, what a move. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. On fourth down, going to the air. He's taking the shot. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Tigers heading to the line. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. The Tigers are rolling down the field.
This is such a frustrating feeling when you got a defense that drops back, takes away.
Throws toward the end zone.
This nigga didn't even try to jump.
Touchdown, Tiger. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure
he had right there, didn't he?
Inbounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida is just getting dragged through the swamp today. And this fan base who's so used to doing that gator jump, they're making other gestures today. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got a man. It's Perkins. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
He's got an open man. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Wiggles free. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Beaver! Big-time touchdown there to get some much-needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Off the play fake. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And the returner is stopped. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game. And it's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And listen, QB job number.
Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Hendricks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time they had it, they put it on the deck. The football was not riveted to their rib cage, Jesse.
Need 5 points of pressure moving forward, no doubt. And I'll tell you, they knew coming into this game that turnovers were going to be critical. They might give themselves a mulligan for that one, David, but that can't keep happening.
Yeah, but don't change who you are and what you are. Don't get gun-shy because of mistakes. I think that usually turns into more mistakes. So keep doing you, keep being aggressive.
Coming after him. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. He wants to throw. Trying to get... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the...
Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. The Beavers want to move quickly. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are small.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
They made the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. The throw to the outside is complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Line getting set on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hendricks. And he's down right there, picked up a few, but still some work to do to get a first down. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He makes the grab. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. He's going to pass. Grabs it in the middle. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They'll immediately call timeout. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. Never a doubt. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker. And then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this second half without someone attached to his hip.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so...
He's got it down the right side. Afterburner's coming. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Bro, he wasn't even over there.
Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Completes it in the middle.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Tackle is made after the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
And the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Firing to the right, complete. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Touchdown, Clemson! And the pummeling has started. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw an interception.
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have no turnovers.
Wide open.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Fourth and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. In their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. Offense set on first down. Plows through the defense. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead down a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Terrell. He's got the back in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Beavers moving quickly to the line. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And